Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for December 11th through the 20th. We're going to take a look at what you may not see coming and get some important advice from Spirit. Let's get into some clarifying oracle messages to start out your reading. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Gemini. Happy holidays, you all. I hope you're doing well. This message finds you in a good place. Ooh, we have rising flames. There could be a lot of fire this week for you. Something that's intensifying. A burning passion, a burning desire I'm getting. We'll read that in a moment. What else do we have here for this week? All right. We got a lot come out. So we have rising flames, desert of isolation, right track, and emerging dawn. Okay. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. So this is about your life's purpose, your soul purpose. Something's being lit up this week, and you could be doing a lot of, putting a lot of time and effort into your career. It could be putting you in a state of feeling a little bit more alone or more isolated as a result. Traverse the desolate spaces of solitude to uncover reflections and resilient survival. So they want you to be spending more time on your own when you're not working, because it's going to help you assimilate some of your recent experiences. So this is a deeply reflective week for you, Gemini. They also want you to know that you're going in the right direction, so keep moving forward. And then we have emerging dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. So you do have what looks like a week of transitory energy, where you are leaving one thing and going towards something new. We're also wrapping up a year, and it's a deeply reflective time. I'm going to move this over here because it gets a little bright with the light there. That's better. So if you want to see that just for a moment, and I'm going to pull those down too so I can refer to them throughout the reading. But you're on the right track, okay, Gemini? It looks like you're being lit up around your soul's purpose this week, and you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm hearing, and you're starting to see what's possible for you, for your future, and it's getting you excited. You're definitely learning a lot. So you're learning a lot, too, about being in your own frequency, I'm hearing. Let's go further. Let's get into the tarot. Gemini. Let's see. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Some of you are at the very beginning of a new career endeavor. You're definitely making plans, and you're taking the long way. Like, you know that whatever it is you're doing, it might take some time and effort, but you got it. You got what it takes, I'm hearing, to succeed. Because the Knight of Pentacles is a sure thing. They take their time. Being practical and methodical in your life right now will be helpful, Gemini. And it could be your approach to life at this time. All right, what you don't see coming, Gemini, for the week ahead. Okay, we have an Eight of Swords energy. We also have the Ten of Swords. Wow, a lot of swords, a lot of air. A lot of air energy, Gemini. A lot of mental activity, a lot of thoughts. In every ending, there is a new beginning. Yeah, and that's exactly what this is. You could feel like you've been trapped in a period of time where you had to face, at one time, maybe an uncertain truth, an uncomfortable truth. Whenever we face the Ten of Swords, it's like, oh, it's like we can get stuck in that place of suffering, the place of lingering for a bit of time, trying to make sense, of what has happened. Looking at things from a higher perspective to learn the truths. Whatever it is that has had to come to an end, Gemini, you are now at a position, Spirit is telling you, to start investing in the new. Whatever came to an end in your life, it needed to, because all it did was made you feel trapped, burdened, forced to pull back and stay in a situation that really wasn't making you happy. Whenever I see the Eight of Swords, it's being in a mental place where we feel stuck. So whether this is in a situation or a belief system, because it doesn't mean it's a circumstantial thing. It could be what we believe. So whatever you've needed to shift out of, to free yourself from, and to actually, in that behavior or in that thought pattern or change that programming or actually end that connection or in that situation, you see it now. And it's freeing up the energy for you to make a healthy, sound investment in whatever is new for you this week. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more. Let's see at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, you have a very practical energy about you, Gemini, right now. And you have a lot more understanding of what it means to have a reciprocated interaction with yourself, with the world, where you're equally giving and receiving. And you have two aces here. I love this. Time to drop whatever's been burdening you, Gemini. We have at the bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. So this is being lovingly guided and protected at this time around maybe an idea that you're putting energy into. You could have someone who's helping you with this idea, business partner. You could be deciding, I'm going to launch that business. If this has to do with a love situation, you definitely are looking at giving to someone who could be a King of Pentacles. This could be a future person coming in. But this is what you're trying to attract, Gemini. It's interesting. A lot of the air signs are like, I want something stable. Give me something stable, universe. Something that is going to give to me. I see the truth of what I want. And I see that. Like, you've made this big leap between how much you sacrificed of yourself in the past. And now you're like, I only want to give to something that equally gives back to me. And I see the truth of that it has to feel stable, because equal give and take creates stability. If you don't have that, you're not going to have stability. You're telling me that you've learned a lot on the path. And this is in regards to anything. I mean, whenever we see the pentacle energy, it's a very practical way of looking at your life, but it's actually like it creates so much balance. And isn't that what we want? We want balance. All right, I'm going to clarify. There's no major arcana here. Let's see what comes out when I clarify. So this could be one of those weeks where you're wrapping up some things, learning some valuable lessons, gaining some interesting insights, working hard. I feel like you have a lot of clarity around, I want to look into this King of Pentacles. Is this a person or is this you? I'm unclear. It could be your thoughts and beliefs at this time about what you're calling in, or it could actually be someone around you. Let's see. Ooh, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Yeah, this is you looking back. Maybe even going, wow, yeah, you may have had to go back to something a couple of times to realize that it wasn't going to yield to you what you wanted. And sometimes we have to do that, and that's okay. You've had something end. You could be this week looking at that and freeing yourself from the emotional upheaval and the thoughts that creates. When I see any card in reverse in the way I read, it's the opposite. So you may have a part of you this week that wants to go back to the past. But then you're like, nah, I need to twirl forward, not backward. I see you moving forward, but you might be reluctant to. Yeah. Wow. Okay, now we have a match. Ooh, I see. Whoa, this is rare, y'all. Okay, this is fascinating because I'm clarifying. This is interesting. You have the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is, did I want that to end? There's something you're still kind of like, and maybe it could be you're entertaining an idea here because we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. But then underneath that, we have the King and Queen of Wands. And it's something being at a distance here with the Two of Wands coming out of a Nine of Swords energy. Gemini, do you have two people around you? You're at a new beginning in love, but you have a lot of nostalgia at this time. You're ending a cycle, that's why. Oh, goodness me. Geminis, you've had a complicated experience here where you're really trying to close out a cycle with somebody that maybe you had in your life for a while. This doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend, a situation, could be even a career situation where you learned everything that you needed to learn. And it's time to leave the battlefield, time to leave the landscape of that. Bigger and better. You're twirling forward. You see the truth of that now. You're moving forward and you're fully integrating into this. I want passion. I want excitement. I see a new future for myself. I want a new life. That's what this feels like. You're heading towards a new life that is the very opposite of being caught up in the mind in states of anxiety and distress. You don't want that anymore. It's like whatever life you had in the past, that's what it was. What you're calling in is basically through your heart chakra opening. This desert of isolation, it's serving a purpose because you're allowing your heart chakra to open up, and the idea of a new beginning in love is actually really exciting you. I believe a lot of you are wrapping up a soulmate cycle with somebody at this time, or you have been, and you're calling in a new experience from a more fiery, expansive place, less stressing out about what you're trying to manifest. In other words, when you let go and you just operate from an open-hearted place and you allow the universe to bring it to you whenever, if you're calling in new love, and it has nothing to do with new love, the only reason why I'm saying that is we have 3 aces on the board here. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, in the midst of some carnage here, with the 10 of Swords upright and in reverse, the 8 of Swords feeling held back. Some of you have been working very hard on stabilizing in your frequency, coming into the beautiful symmetry between your divine masculine and your divine feminine out in the world, in your work, in your life, right? Creating stability in your life. You're being lit up in the new year by what looks like a new experience. And it's off at a distance right now. This could be someone who doesn't even live near you. Oftentimes when I see the 2 wands, it could be someone who lives further out. If this has nothing to do with a new beginning in love, despite all these aces, this is about you coming out of a period of looking at your life from perhaps a negative point of view to a positive point of view. Looking at things that hurt you deeply. Getting off that suffering wheel. Libras has a similar energy of like, can you still find your hope and faith on your path? Can you still open up to your life being a passionate love experience with the world? The rising flame of desire after a period of isolation. Knowing that you are on the right track. You have a new dawn emerging. A lot of you are calling in a very new experience after something that maybe felt quite tragic to you. Something that may have felt quite tragic to you. I'm going to get some important advice. Let's get some advice. Interesting. You're on the right track, Gemini. I want you to keep that in mind. I don't want you to worry. Whatever you've had to lay to rest, I think you have examined every piece, every conversation. You're moving from a very practical point of view, looking at the past. Maybe you had to go a little bit cold on a situation to make sense of it, to put distance between you and it. And now, after wrapping that up, I see you really coming from a fully integrated place, calling in something really happy and exciting. It could be a new experience in your career, a new opportunity to get your fire lit in a new hobby, or whatever the new is for you. We want to experience these times in our lives where we have passion, where we go towards our desires. And I believe that you're perfectly aligned for that. Beautiful. You learned a lot about mutual emotional reciprocity. Yeah, Ace of Wands, you got a beautiful new beginning. Spark of fire. There's that final ace. You have 4 aces, and you have 3 of Pentacles. You have something powerfully coming together in your work or in your love life. Maybe both. Everything's coming together. Body, mind, and soul in a powerful, divinely inspired new beginning. 4 aces, Gemini. I love it. When I see 4 aces, it's like, you better get ready for a brand new beginning. Yep, another ace. Oh my God. And a Knight of Wands. I told you, get ready for something passionate. If you are calling, I'm getting goosebumps now. If you want passion, now I want to cheer it. If you want passion, you got it. You got it. Whether it's like, I am just so excited about what I am working on, right? I'm so excited about this new idea. I'm so excited about whatever it is that's getting you up in the morning and making you feel so dang passionate and excited. Like, it's powerful. You've got a lot of support coming in. You could be calling in a brand new community of people that are going to come together around a project or an idea, and it's lighting you all up. But a lot of you, I see a beautiful connection that's stable coming in that has like spicy. This is a spicy week for you. So enjoy it. All right, Gemini, let's get a final pull. Keepers of the light. You're going from the desert of isolation to spicy land. It's emerging here. I don't know how much time this will take. This is a Two of Wands. It could be 2 weeks to 2 months for some of you as you wrap up this cycle and really lay this past to rest, because I think there might have been an on and off like situationship after a breakup here for some of you. Whoa, those want to come flying out. Top one. Divine Order. Lady Portia was pertinent. I'm hearing there's another one that wants to step forward. This is energy that will assist you in the frequencies of the week. That one definitely needs to be turned. White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Some of you are doing deep ancestral healing work around the patterning that you inherited. Whenever I see White Eagle appear, it really is you honoring your ancestors at this time and knowing that they're drawing near to you and they're supporting you on your path, especially during the holiday season. Divine Order, what you feel, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And then White Eagle, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Interesting. Interesting. All right, Lady Portia. Some of you, this isn't even a romantic situation. It's a family situation. It was hard to pick up on family because there really were no threes, but this final Three of Pentacles. There were no other threes, so that's a side note. For some of you, it's a family situation. But I see this ancestor spirit as more of like a deep inner programming wound around your romantic history and things shifting. All right, Lady Portia. Let's read her first. Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. The powerful goddess is a figure of justice. This powerful goddess is a figure of justice and peace. She brings order and opportunity to every experience. As a lord of karma, she also regulates the law of cause and effect. She helps us recognize the impact of our judgments, choices, and actions on ourselves and the world. She's the twin flame of Saint Germain, so is strongly connected to the violet flame energy. Together, these twin flames can work as overseers of legal situations. Of legal situations. Justice is an energy that's about honoring everyone involved rather than punishing bad behavior. Lady Portia helps us to do what is right morally and spiritually for our soul's growth. Right now, a call for justice is being brought into your space. Even if this means you will lose out, there really is no loss in the highest state of truth. Act from the heart. See the other person's point of view and surrender your pride so that you are coming from a loving space. If you've made choices that weren't for the highest good, admit it. Through this honesty, you are releasing any karmic bonds or anchors of fear from your energy. Take the time to learn from this situation. And if you are involved in any legal issues, know that Lady Portia and the angels of justice are gathering around to honor everyone involved. Interesting. White Eagle. Ancestor Spirit. Let's see what White Eagle has to say to you. Take some time to honor just how far you have come, recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness, healing, and journey. In your awareness, healing, and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have or have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family and spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing your ancestors through to you and allowing you to know that they are happy and well. He is sounding his sacred drums to clear your spirit. Yeah, you're definitely clearing out whether it's an old belief around your career even and around your capacity to create something amazing in your life. Some of you has nothing to do with a person. It's a belief around you being able to ground in a new idea and really flesh it out, bring in, this could be like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to build that business. I'm going to create that product. I'm going to, harmonize with other people and bring about some new, something that's never been created before. This is the genius creative spark. So whatever you want to create this time, you have the energy for it and you have the people that are going to help you too. So if this is beyond any kind of romantic energy, it has a lot to do with you laying to rest beliefs about you not being good enough to do what you want to do, to have what you want to experience, to live the life you want to live. This is very powerful. It's a very beautiful shift in your frequency, Gemini, this week. Ride it out. You have an emerging dawn coming out of some sort of need for solitude. I think it's still going to be important for you to take these pockets of time to rejuvenate your energy, because you're putting a lot out there at this time. But a cycle is ending nonetheless. And all I got to say is you got this, Gemini, all right? Trust yourself. Take care.